You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now, TSPN's Amador This Week's Out and About. This local television coverage is proudly brought to you by Jazzin Rancheria Casino Resort. And by Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2. And now, Amador This Week's Out and About on TSPN.
You're watching TSPN Television. I'm Kam Merzlak. We're here on Main Street, Jackson, June 23rd at 6 p.m. We're at the second annual Amador Arts Jazzin' It Up in Jackson. There's 30 wineries from Amador County that are located in the stores. We're going to get a taste of those. There's 3 bands. We're going to go see the Speakeasy Jazz Orchestra that just fired up now. Looking at the map here, inside the kitchen store, we've got Scott Harvey wines. Let's take a trip across the street and taste some of that really nice red wine. Inside the kitchen store, we've come up to Scott Harvey wines. And your name?
Paulette.
Paulette, good to meet you. And we're going to try out some of your wine. What are you pouring today?
I am pouring our One Last Kiss White. This is a blend. It's 3 varietals in this one. It's a dry white.
Okay.
And I have our Amador County Zinfandel, Amador County Syrah, and Amador County Barbera. All these grapes come from here.
Great. I'm a red wine drinker. I'd like to start with maybe the red. Maybe we can try that.
Let's start with the Zinfandel. This is the 08. Our tasting room's in Sutter Creek on Main Street, right next to Fox's Bed and Breakfast.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, do you swirl the glass? What's that all about?
You know, that brings out the nose so you can really smell the wine. You always want to smell it before you taste it. Your sense of smell is actually a much better indicator of the wine than your sense of taste.
Okay.
So you get a lot more from that.
I was hoping to get the wine 101 here today. Very nice. Is there certain foods that you pair with certain wines?
Yeah, mostly for reds. Actually, this is a good one to show you. My dad, Scott's my dad, so he has the New World style on one side and Old World style on the other side. By New World, he means big, bold, high in alcohol red. So those you want to have with really heavy food, steak, rich pastas.
Okay.
He prefers the Old World style because he was trained in Germany in the Rhineland Falls. So this is a little lower in alcohol, a little lighter. He really wants you to be able to enjoy them with food. So something a little lighter. Still, you know, not fish, but maybe chicken or, yeah.
Sure. Okay, and the next up you said?
This is a Syrah.
Let's see if I can get that whole swirl thing going on there. Maybe. Very nice. What kind of food would you pair with Syrah?
I like Syrah just on its own, to be honest. It's one of my favorite ones. So just to sip it. Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Okay,
yeah.
let's try that Barbera.
And Barbera is becoming one of Amador County's best varietals, if it isn't already. We're known for Zinfandel, but Barbera grows amazingly well in Amador County. So we're trying to really push Barbera. Almost every winery makes Barbera now, and we're growing a lot of it in the valley.
Do you think it's the climate, or?
The climate is very similar to the Piemonte region in Italy, where Barbera originally is from. So that's why.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, Paulette, thanks for talking with us. Scott Harvey Wines, their tasting room is in Main Street in Sutter Creek.
Gavel from Bella Grace Vineyards. I'm the owner of the winery and the vineyards. We have a beautiful winery and vineyards outside of Plymouth in the Shenandoah Valley, you know, the really historic area of Amador County. We recently entered 3 wines at the California State Fair, and 2 of those wines, which is incredible for us because we're a small, young winery, won double gold, 98 points, and best in California. Our Barbera won the best Barbera in California.
That's unbelievable.
And then the Grenache Blanc, which is a nice white Rhone variety, also won a double gold, 98 points, and best in California for other white varietal.
Charlie, can you tell us, is there a secret?
Well, the best thing I could tell you, Cam, is that it all starts with the grapes. And then I think we take great care in the winery to keep things clean, to make sure that we provide the right aging techniques, the right oak barrels, the right amount of time. And I think right at the end we do a great job of blending. My wife, Michael, has a wonderful palate for winemaking, and she does our final blending of the wines. So it's really worked, obviously it's worked out really well for us, so we're really excited.
You have a tasting room, Main Street, Sutter Creek.
We have a tasting room at 73 Main Street in Sutter Creek. It's an old historic building. I think the second oldest house in Sutter Creek, 1860 vintage. We renovated the house to be our main tasting room. We're open Thursday through Monday at the tasting room. We're also open at our property in the Shenandoah Valley on weekends. We have a wine cave there. We also have some beautiful gardens that we do tastings at. So.
Okay, well, I think it's time for me to taste a little bit of Charlie's red wine. I'll pretend like I haven't tasted it before, but we know we've been this route before, and this is.
Well, Cam, you've been to the tasting room in Sutter Creek before, so this is our 2010 Barbera. Again, it's rated the best in California.
Best in California. Wow, right here in Amador County.
Right here in Amador County.
That's
really
incredible.
Nice.
Incredible. Absolutely.
Glad you like it.
What's the difference? I think I may have asked you this before. From the big, large-scale winery and then a smaller operation, it's the quality control, is it?
No, we don't have any money. That's a big difference. So we have to do everything by hand.
Do it by hand and do it right, or that's it, right?
We really don't have a lot of machinery at our winery, so we literally do a lot of the work by hand. And I think that kind of care, anywhere from the sorting of the grapes in the vineyard to sorting the grapes as they go into the destemmer. We do punch downs in the tanks by hand. And then we're out there tasting the wines a lot,
right?
And we're taking good care of the barrels as they age, as the wine ages in the winery.
Right.
So.
Speaking with Charlie Havel, Bella Grace Winery and Vineyard. Go see their tasting room, 73 Main Street, Sutter Creek. Thanks, Charlie.
Artist
Thank you, Lucy Hackett. Lucy, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Lucy's here at the Art by the Inch exhibit.
Right. Part of Jazzin' It Up in Jackson is Art by the Inch. This is a fundraiser for arts in the schools, and a number of artists. We've got all these great murals that were done by local artists, and they're different themes. Some of them are sort of gold country. Some of them, like this one, are abstract.
Sure.
So, and if you are an interested art patron, you will pick up a mat like this, and hold it around until you find the part you like, and then you buy it for 50 cents a square inch. It'll be cut out, So this one was done by Tracy Carlton, and it's they don't have titles, but your guess is as good as mine what her vision was.
Right. I think that's just a great idea.
But aren't these great?
Yeah, maybe I can
Sure,
show what I was
what did you see?
kind of saying.
There you go. Underwater, perhaps?
Right, absolutely.
Something
good call there.
Aquarium-like.
Right, I was seeing. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Let's take a
now
walk
around the corner here is one that was done by Argonaut High School students, and it represents the different businesses on Main Street.
Oh, perfect.
And this is Millie Butler, and she is the genius behind the whole idea.
Oh, really? Great. That's great. Imagine this. You could just come here right now today.
Yeah.
This 14 by 14 of the National Hotel is available. And if you wanted it this way.
You can do it that way. You can get a bigger mat or a smaller mat. There you go. Find your favorite one.
Perfect, great. And I heard there was a painting that was put together by you and your mother, Sue Sparks.
Right.
Can we
Sure.
find that?
That's around the corner here. We'll walk around this way. And this is the mural. This is a mural that we did. It's a little smaller than some of the other ones, but we did Amador County Barns and the Butte Store, and
perfect.
a cow.
Perfect. So you could come in here, and if you wanted this boom, like that. You could frame it up wherever you wanted. What a great idea. And you said Millie Butler was the one that kind of came up with this?
I think, well, it's been done other places, but she saw this as a fundraiser, and there's been great turnout by the people, the artists.
Sure.
And everybody's excited to come here and buy their piece of art.
Right. I really like this, what do we call this, Oriental art?
Yeah.
Would that be?
Yeah, Bruce Pashanti's collage art, very Asian.
Right. Yeah, that is really tricky. So do we know how many square feet of art you actually have?
I don't. I haven't measured it.
Okay, so but you're looking to raise money, and again, the money goes
for art programs in the school. The Amador Arts does a number of programs that bring professional artists into the classroom and allows children to have, really unique art experiences. But it costs money, and you got to buy materials, and the artists need a little bit of something.
And probably with the way funding's going today, art is probably one of the things that go first when the cuts go.
Exactly right. There's really very little money for that. So this money all goes back into the classroom.
And it stays right here in Amador County.
In Amador County.
Perfect. Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Well, Lucy, thanks for giving us the tour around the Art by the Inch.
Enjoy.
We found Rosemary's Wig almost every event that you go to. Rosemary is there having a good time. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
What a great weather today. We could start with that.
This is perfect.
It probably doesn't get any better than that.
No, it doesn't.
You're jazzing up in Jackson. Are you planning on tasting wine tonight?
Yes, I am in a little bit.
Okay, good for you.
Just kind of scoping everything out. It's a nice turnout. Good selections of wines that they have.
Absolutely.
Wineries, I should say.
Sure. And I always see you promoting yourself, and that's probably one of the best things you can do when you're in business for yourself.
Right. Oh, I know you.
Right. Hey, I was just thinking about buying a home, right?
Yeah, right. Okay.
She will be leaving if that happens. I got a feeling. I know how a realtor works.
Yeah,
Head to the office.
Yes.
Always showing property, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Put everything else aside.
Right. Well, thanks for talking to us. And enjoy yourself.
We shall. Thank you very much.
I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say we found the youngest musician here in Jackson today. Your name is?
Corey Gibbs.
Corey, how old are you?
12.
12 years old. You're playing the guitar here today?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
A few years.
A few years. Do you have a certain kind of music that you play?
Kind of blues and rock.
Oh, really? What gained your interest in blues and rock music?
I just like the sound of it.
Yeah, it is kind of a neat sound. And you want to play a little tune for us here?
Yeah, sure.
What are you going to play?
It's just a little blues riff that I kind of play.
Okay. I am thoroughly impressed. We've got everybody clapping here for you. Is that something you wrote yourself?
No, I just got off the internet.
Okay, so you're kind of learning as you go. You have a future in guitar playing, you think?
Just being a cool band.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Well, other teen bands have started here in the county. There's a band Freeze Out.
Yeah, I know them.
You know them, right? I think they were 12 when they started. So keep up the good work, and we'll be seeing you in the future.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
The president of Amador Arts, Dede Doran. Good evening.
Good evening. And how much wine have you had to drink tonight, Cam?
Couple sips. You can't have a better job than going out with Tommy Fox, drinking a little bit of wine. The weather's great. The event is a success again. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're thrilled. And the music sounds fabulous. Can you hear it?
Absolutely. We're at the Speakeasy Jazz. Okay. And we're going to go see Two-Tone Steiny and Brad Wilson, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Wow. And
you're hearing Two-Tone Steiny right now.
Right now. Okay. Well, and everybody seems to be enjoying the event. What kind of preparation does it take to put on an event like this?
I'm tongue-tied. A lot.
More than you know, right?
Exactly. And the hardest part is we only have 2 hours to actually physically get it set up. We shut down the parking lots at 4, and by 6 the event starts. Right. And we had a lot of people down here before 6, which is great.
Absolutely. Art by the Inch. We spoke with Lucy Hackett. Just a great idea, and I can already see there are pieces pieces being cut out by the inch.
Amazing. We have done a lot in the 30 minutes that we've been open. It's just been very, very, very exciting.
I did have a question, and we didn't have the answer. Do we know how many square inches there actually are total? How much money you could possibly raise by art by the inch?
If the whole mural sold, it's just over $2,000 for an entire mural, and I believe there are 12 murals.
Wow. So there you go.
But when you start cutting it out in pieces, of course, it won't quite get there, but it still could be a great fundraiser. The money from this whole, what are we doing today, Jazzin? Up in Jackson.
There we go.
All the proceeds we earn from this will be returned to the schools for art programs in our schools, which is so desperately needed. So come on out and join us. We're having a great time.
All right, baby. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
148 Main Street. This is a combined location. We've got the Amador County Historical Society, the Jackson Business and Community Association, and we have the Amador Community Foundation. And tonight they're featuring Spinetta wines. We have Jim Spinetta. Good evening.
That's right, the middle son here.
The middle son. And there's three?
That's right, yes, three boys in our generation. Actually, the fourth generation, though, since 1852, to be continuously farming here in the county.
Right, and I spoke with Tony, and you were he was talking about the library that was just donated in name of your mother, who was very active in the Plymouth School District.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Laura Spinetta Library over there at Plymouth Elementary.
Right.
And just really neat. It's something that she's someone who always, not just someone who gave back, but someone who gives forward. And so that's what this is. Actually, we challenged the children this year the opportunity to read 1,000 books. Right. And for every book that they read, we would donate $10 towards the library. And they met that goal. Let me tell you, they did it.
They came out reading in droves.
They sure did. It was just a pile of reports. And it's really neat because it's not, they're doing something that they're learning, and it's so positive for the community and for academia.
Yeah, what a great program. Here to taste some red wine tonight. What are you pouring?
Absolutely. Well, we have a couple of them here. We have a Petite Syrah. This is a 2007. A Petite Syrah is a really tiny grape. So the smaller the grape, the more color, the more flavor that you get out of it. Okay. And this actually has a very long growing season. Right now, out in the fields, the grapes are about the size of peas. And so we know there's certain indicators that tell us, hey, at bloom we have 120 days till harvest. And right about now we're looking about September, the 1st of September to be harvesting our grapes. We're right on average.
Okay, good to hear, good to hear.
Yep.
Let's try a little bit of the Petite Syrah.
This one, you see how I said lots of color.
Right,
and
for sure.
And it's softer, smoother varietal too. It's easy drinking.
Okay. Now, you grew up in the wine industry, I understand?
Absolutely.
Right.
So, yeah, from the vines, to the wine, everything, so.
The full gamut. Well versed, I must say, with the wine industry there.
Yeah. And a lot of times, Petite Syrah is used as a blending wine, something that you can add to a little Zinfandel or Barbera to just add that little bit of color, a little extra edge to it.
Do you find that folks blend wine when they buy it from you, they'll blend on their own, or is that something that's just done at the winery?
Sometimes, yeah, a lot of times people do that. It's something that you can try to do at the winery. The best way to blend wines, though, is in the fermenter. So you pick the Barbera, you pick the Zinfandel, you ferment them together, and it's just like a marriage. It's firm, it's going to last. Something that's going to work.
I must say, very pleasant on the 2007 Petite Syrah. Is there another red that you're pouring tonight?
There is, yeah. And this one is Zinetta. Okay. Actually, my mom came up with this name. So Zinfandel plus Spinetta makes Zinetta. But what this is a Zinfandel that's a very low alcohol. It's only 7.5%. We ferment it for about 3 days. And so this is something that's just refreshing. It's just like picking the berry right off the vine. You can see it's a lighter color. It takes about 5 to 6 days to get your color out of a grape. But this is something during the summertime on a nice warm summer day to...
Oh, yeah,
you can just
like candy.
It is. It's refreshing.
That's
right.
Absolutely.
That's right. So.
You still have the art gallery there?
Yes, we do. Yeah, so we feature internationally known artist Joe Garcia. He's from Julian, down from San Diego County. He does a lot of wildlife art colors. And then Sherry Russell, she's up from Mount Shasta. And we still do the custom framing, too, with, of course, all museum-quality framing, acid-free foam core, and the ultraviolet glass that'll last for generations.
Good deal. Jim Spinetta with Spinetta Vineyards out in the Shenandoah Valley. Thanks for talking with us.
Good deal. All right. Thank you.
Here in 148 Main, we found Judy Jabian with the Amador County Historical Society. Good evening.
Hi. How are you?
Good. And you're a director with the organization?
I am, and I have been on the board for about 6 years, and I'm the secretary, and I also manage this office.
Great. Can you tell me what the Historical Society does here?
In this location?
Well, overall, what their goal or what they're doing.
Okay. Yes, our primary interest is in helping to preserve as much of the county as we can, the history of the county, the artifacts, the old buildings, and preserve the way of life around the county.
Sure, and I think that's what separates us from other areas, especially the big cities, and that's why people come here from the big city, is for the history, would you say?
I think so. That's what everybody talks about when they come in here.
And I have noticed I know the JBCA put the plaques on the buildings, and every time that I walk through town, I see somebody taking a photo of those. So that goes to show me personally that I think that's what people are here for.
People are really interested, and everybody wants to know, when are we going to get the museum reopened?
Okay.
Which is, now that we've got the Amador Central Railroad, that was our big achievement last year, and now our top priority is getting the museum reopened as soon as we can.
Now you do have the mine model tours. They're open now?
We do. We opened up the mining model about 7 or 8 months ago, and we have tours on Saturday at 11 and also at 12 o'clock.
Speaking with Judy Jabian, and thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be a show if we didn't find the mayor himself, Pat Cruz, speak with the City of Jackson Mayor. Pat, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Cam?
Real good. Weather couldn't be any better.
No. Someone asked me if I dialed that up, and I wish I could take credit for it.
Absolutely.
Because the Jackson Lions would hire me.
Right. I wonder why, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like the streets are filling up. 30 wineries here today, 3 bands. Just a great thing that the Amador Arts puts on here.
Yeah, unbelievable. Their second event, I think it's better than the first, and it'll just grow from here. And I couldn't be happier for the citizens and the vendors and the TV
involved.
Station. Yeah, name somebody.
Right, exactly.
How could you lose on a night like this?
Right, yeah, it's a lot of smiles on the people that are going in between the shops.
And did we get Jim on with Spinetta Winery?
Absolutely.
Which is helping us.
And we tasted some of his wines, and a very refreshing Spinetta that was just...
And we had Judy for the Historical Society, our co-tenant at 148 Main Street.
Right, and this kind of going to work out for all parties involved?
I couldn't be happier with it. My vision was to have the nonprofits, because none of us have enough volunteers to run an office 6 days a week.
Right.
But with 2 or 3 of us, and the Community Foundation is coming next month, we'll be able to do that and have a real presence on Main Street. And look for our new sign by Merzlak Signs.
Hey!
As a plug. 148 Main Street.
Right. And we're happy to do that, and glad to be involved. If people, whether they be locals or they be people from out of town, when they come here, they can get information, and that's a good part of this office here.
Exactly. The internet's the big deal, but we still have a physical presence on Main Street.
Right.
For the Business Association and the Historical Society and the Community Foundation.
Right.
And that was my goal when we did it, and it's taken a while, but it's coming to fruition.
Coming through.
Yeah.
I think City Manager Mike Daly might be following me. I'm not sure, but I've never. He's having a good time though.
Yeah.
And but Pat, back to the 148 Main. Yeah, I think it's a great location. You were over behind Jose's.
Right.
I think being here on Main Street is going to work out real well for you.
Yeah, especially because we're trying to have a regular office, like I said. I don't mean to repeat myself, but to be open all the time. And the great thing is, if the Historical Society people are here and they have a question about the Business Association, we'll have an envelope. Here's the membership form and our mission statement and who to call.
Colorado Savings parking lot at Fiddletown Cellars. Take it away.
The one no steady job, baby, I refuse. I just want your love, honey, I don't need your dough, I need you. down the road I go.
Saraceno, what's up, buddy?
Hi, how you doing? I'm out here enjoying the music.
All right. And this puppy?
My 7-month-old little puppy?
Wow.
That would be Duke Feets for the big feet he got.
Right. What do you feed this thing?
Anything he wants. Are you kidding?
Exactly. So down here enjoying the music?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. We got a couple of great bands. This one here is really good.
Yeah.
And they all seem to be right on, just really nice crowd. Nice crowd milling around.
And if they get Robert's approval, that is what counts.
Uh-oh. Well, I can only hope.
Robert, have a good time.
Or Dukes.
You're at an event in Jackson, you're going to see Bill LaValle, right?
You have to. They hired me to stand here and talk,
Absolutely. What a great front man. So I saw your wife carrying a camera.
Yes, yeah. You have to have a backup when you're doing photography. She's got the backup camera, and she's my backup photographer.
Is this a new thing, or?
Yeah. I started her on it. She screamed, she yelled, and there she is.
Right.
Yeah.
And does she get a different perspective when you go back through all the shots? Is she getting something other than what you're getting?
Yes, that's the good part. See, I'm the left brain, she's the right brain, or one of those things.
Well, take some good shots, and thanks for talking with us.
This is a great event. There's a lot of people here, and everybody's having a great time. Good thing.
Just what we want to hear.
All right.
And here's Gail there, brother. How you doing, Gail?
I'm doing great.
A lot better after the party gets started, right?
Oh, my God. It's so much fun. I'm having the best time ever. I love the music. We're just going through food like hotcakes.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people here, huh?
I'm so happy.
Yeah. When I was here earlier and you were setting up, I just had this feel that the streets were going to fill up with people.
I'm just so happy about it. We've just got a really nice crowd here, and people are loving the music, and the food is going so fast we can't even keep up with it.
We've been by Art by the Inch. We've talked with a number of people, and just like everything's going over perfectly.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that.
Great, Gail. Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks, Cam.
And thanks for bringing this event down to Jackson.
Thank you so much.
Because,
it's my pleasure.
We know that it takes a lot of time and energy to put on an event, but when you've got a group like Amador Arts and they've got the people and the manpower to make it happen.
We really do have a great board of directors, and our volunteers have just been super. I just couldn't be more pleased.
Gail, have a great night.
Thanks, Cam.
And in Amador County, and Rich Escamilla is cooking. It's something that we usually see, and we like it.
Hey, let me tell you, I enjoy doing this, and this is going for a good cause, and look at the turnout.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Incredible. What are you cooking here tonight?
Chicken quiche kebab, and we got corn, and we got potato salad.
Okay, perfect. And you're with the Native Sons?
No, this is for the Arts Council.
Okay.
Yeah, with Gail.
Right.
I just have the Native Sons, advertising for the Native Sons.
Absolutely. So you're just volunteering your time here then for Amador Arts and cooking up. It smells great, and
it's going great.
Right.
They're keeping us in the moon.
Perfect. All right, Rich, enjoy yourself.
You too. Take care.
I found two people here that I've known in Amador County since 1982.
Oh my God.
Danny and Teresa Gray. I was like a little bummed, not a big bump.
Yeah, you were.
Now you're a big pain in the butt.
No, big pain in the butt, right? Danny Gray will be able to tell you for sure.
Yeah.
Here, taste a little wine tonight?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay,
We just arrived.
Okay, you haven't started yet then?
No, we haven't. So
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. There are 30 wineries here. The wine is incredible. There's some great food going on and great music, and it's a great place to be.
It's going to be a fun time.
Okay, well.
Fun time.
Hey, already seeing friends. Hey, enjoy yourself.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you.
I'm personally not a beer drinker, but the Lions Club is here catering to the beer drinkers tonight. Your name is?
My name's Carl Kennedy.
Carl,
I'm
you're
the treasurer.
The treasurer with Jackson Lions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the Jackson Lions, they do a lot of fundraising events as well. But I've seen this beer and wine garden that you put together. You'll be out at the Amador County Fair, correct?
Oh, most definitely. We all have two booths.
Right. One at each end, yeah.
Exactly.
Get them coming and get them going. What is the main mission of the Lions Club?
The mission is basically it's to serve the area of Amador County, Jackson, helping with Alliance for Sight eyeglasses. We sponsor a 4-H person for the fair. We buy an animal from the fair. Just any way we can help the community. We also give out probably about $25,000 in scholarships a year. And it's all for kids here in Amador County. And we have a couple of scholarships where you don't have to go to a 4-year school, go to a trade school. Just trying to help out.
Right, just across the board.
Exactly.
So if you're at an event, you see the Lions Club, and they're out doing a fundraiser, stop by and put the money to a worthy cause.
Exactly.
Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you. Bye.
Time here tonight, Mary Molina. Look at you go.
I'm looking at you.
She's got something going on. I saw you over here with Stuart Munnerlin, right?
Oh, you got to come over and interview Stu.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, you're looking pretty fine.
You're a big fan of Stuart Munnerlin.
I'm a big fan of yours. This is what good loving does. And I can't take credit for it.
Right. And Mary does know Tennille, and unfortunately,
I love Tennille.
She's at work tonight. Wish she could be here, and she'd be dancing with you.
Tennille, I'm glad. I'm sorry you're not here, but I'm kind of glad you're not.
Oh, Mary, listen to you. Hey, let's go talk with Stuart.
Absolutely.
Found Stuart Munnerlin, the famous ice cream maker, Pine Grove, California. How you doing, Stuart?
Doing great. Having a great day here, listening to some blues.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to taste this maple bacon, I tell you.
Bacon like bacon?
Actual bacon. We cook the bacon with the brown sugar on top and candy it, It's,
oh, yeah. Wow.
I got another one you might dig. It's a chocolate Zinfandel.
Okay.
We've got the actual
fitting for the evening, right?
Yeah, we got the wine in there, jazzing it up.
Maybe you can give me a quick nutshell version of the difference between some large ice cream outfit and what you're running.
Oh, well, we're a micro creamery, kind of like a micro brewery. We do small batches, and we've done over 150 flavors. And we at the shop up in Pine Grove, we have 16 flavors at a time, and we change them out a lot, a couple every day. On the weekends when it gets busy, we could change up to 5 flavors in a day. And our ice cream, we make it right there, so you're not going to have any of the heat shock you'll experience from, say, a Baskin Robbins, or when you buy it at the store when it's been delivered and it's out in the sun and they deliver it and it freezes and it thaws and the ice crystals form and you get that ice layer. So
I think it's the same thing with the vintners we spoke with tonight. The way they have the quality control on the wine makes all the difference, and the same thing goes with the ice cream.
Oh yeah, and we work with a lot of the local wineries. We do a Hotel California sherbet with the Frivolo from Nocheto Vineyard, and it's very popular. And then the Zinfandel, we use wine from Dave Purse down in Volcano at the wine bar that he makes, and it comes out pretty nice. What do you think of that?
I'll tell you what, that wine, what's it, chocolate Zinfandel?
Chocolate Zinfandel, yes.
The best ice cream I've ever tasted.
All right, now you're talking, see?
Thanks, Stuart.
Thanks a lot. You have a good day.
We're inside Volcano Glassworks here on Main Street, Jackson, and Fiddletown Cellars is pouring, and we run into a couple here that's drinking. Your names?
I'm Todd Ruslander.
Todd and?
Melissa Olding.
And drinking red wine here tonight. Are you red wine drinkers?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not usually.
No?
No.
What's your palate usually go for?
Oh, usually a white, like a Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But the red wine is kind of...
She's giving it a try tonight.
Giving it a shot.
I'm trying to get her to go towards the reds.
Right. I think when I started drinking wine, it was white Zinfandel was all I would drink. And it was kind of sweet, and I was into it. And as the more I drank wine, which I hate to say, I drank a few bottles. Yeah. But I went towards the reds and the drier wines, I think.
Well, Amador County known for the red wines, so especially the Zins up here. So it's what you got to do.
Over from Sutter Creek. Sutter Creek kind of stepping it up, putting some tasting rooms there.
Absolutely.
They do.
It's fantastic.
They got a handful out there. It's great.
I was there last night. tonight. There's a place called Salute down at the end of the street.
Yeah.
And they have Scott Varian was actually playing live music there on Friday nights. Kind of a neat little setup.
Yeah, we love it. We're just a block off Main, and we can just walk right down, and it's great. They did a nice job.
Did you folks grow up here, or did you move here?
I've been in the county about 17, 18 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I've been here for about 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask where you came from?
I lived in Oakhurst, California for about 10 years and then grew up in the Bay Area.
Okay. Do you like the smaller town style?
For sure. Anything off the Highway 49 is wonderful, for
Absolutely. Here in the Golden Chain. Thanks for talking with us. Enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
So we found Brian Miller, one of my favorite wines of all time in existence, Fiddletown Cellars, Reno Farinelli. What a great job he's doing.
He is. Joe's a really good winemaker. Reno's a great guy.
Yeah, okay. And you have an Amador 360 right there as you enter Plymouth.
That's right.
Okay. And
Winery Collective. Fiddletown Cellars is our anchor brand, and it draws a lot of people. Very, very popular. Sought after wine for the Zinfandels mostly, and the Barbera as well.
I did see that you had Macchia, which is a Lodi winery, but some of their grapes come from the Shenandoah Valley, correct?
They do. In fact, everything in the store is Amador. That's the key. More than 60% of the grapes grown in Amador are sent out, and so we want to bring them back, bring home the grapes. So we're out there looking for good quality. Wines made with Amador fruit. It's otherwise hard to find. Okay. And Fiddletown Cellars is one of those. They don't have a tasting room, so we present them there.
Yeah, what a great place to have their wine. Can we try some of your the Barbera?
You bet.
Some award-winning wines here.
All of them. Okay. The Barbera, new release, released just in advance of the Barbera Festival. Won a gold medal at the Amador County Fair.
Okay. And I have to pretend like I've never tried this wine before. I have some of it at my house, and we'll
the new release. You do, okay?
Okay, and the Old Vine Zinfandel.
The Old Vine, 2009, more than one gold medal. This one's brought home.
Okay.
Including at the little Fiddletown wine competition last fall, after which one of the judges, Mike Dunn, wrote up an article, made it his wine of the week. He loves the red raspberry, the vibrant raspberry flavors in this wine.
Yeah, and I just can't say enough about this. Bent Bow, they came out with it in the 07, was the first year of that?
I believe it was. This would be their reserve, but they chose to call it Bent Bow. I haven't gotten the story behind that. Darker in color, darker fruit flavors, more blackberry.
And I have to say, the Bent Bow was the first Fiddletown Cellar wine that I was turned on to. I believe it was at J&D's Steakhouse in Sutter Creek, and I was turned on from that moment on.
The Bent Bow and a steak. Yeah, you can't beat that.
You can't. Brian, Amador 360 right there in Plymouth. Let's give out your phone number.
2674355.
And if you're headed out to the Shenandoah Valley, a couple of, like you say, Fiddletown Cellars, they don't have a tasting room, but if you want to taste some of their wines, stop by Amador 360.
We're always pouring the current releases of Fiddletown Cellars and other wines.
Great. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Thank you.
Inside Adard, we found the Cooper Vineyards tasting area, and we knew we for sure wouldn't miss that one.
Not at all.
We've got Bill and Sheila. How you doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful.
I believe I've seen you out at their tasting room.
Yes,
You're
you
one
have.
of the regular...
Yes, I am.
Do you call it a pourer?
I'm a schlepper. I schlep wine.
I'm a red wine drinker. I know the whites are on ice, and I know people enjoy those sometimes in the warmer weather, but it's kind of cool outside, and I'm a red drinker.
I would strongly suggest our Barbera.
Okay.
And go to the Primitivo, and then enjoy the end with Petite Syrah.
Okay, and maybe you can give me a little bit of information as we go. The Barbera itself.
The Barbera is the Barbera grape itself. Mr. Cooper sells his Barbera grapes to 19 surrounding wineries. And when you taste it, it sells itself. It's so smooth. It's wonderful. The Primitivo has the same DNA as the Zinfandel grape, as you know. If you were in Croatia, it would be Zinfandel.
And I actually am Croatian.
Well, so I'm talking to a man who knows. And the Petite Syrah, as I'm sure you know, does not mean smaller grape. It's a separate grape. It's not a Syrah grape. It's a Petite Syrah grape. Very, very tanninish, very chewy, as I call it. Very bold, very bold.
So we're going to start off with the Barbera.
Yep.
And I know we're going to get the official
pour. These are all measured pours, so ABC is happy with us.
Okay, and what is the volume on a measured pour?
Volume is a half ounce.
Half ounce.
Yes. so glad he's asking me these questions. Bill's going,
That's
really?
the fastest I've been through a half ounce. And okay, excellent. Primitivo again, Zinfandel cousin.
Same DNA. Yes, it is. Enjoy. And the poor guy running the camera doesn't even get a taste. Ain't that something?
You know, we've heard that a couple times. I'm tasting his wine for him. How's that?
You have a long, extended, non-visible straw.
Okay, we're going to drink one more real quick here.
You bet.
And we have the Petite Sirah.
Ink in a bottle, I call it, because of the color. Look at it.
Ink in a bottle, okay.
It is, ink in a bottle.
A little bit. What you guys got?
We have Barbera, Primitivo, and Petite Sirah.
Sir, what's your name?
Michael.
Michael, where are you from?
In Humboldt County.
Humboldt County. What are you doing here in Amador County?
Well, I heard they had a great wine tasting going on.
Oh, they sure do.
You're in the right spot.
I hear they got some good stuff going on over there in Humboldt County.
Well, yeah, I'll talk about that later.
I wouldn't know. I'm from Amador. I just know about the wine. Thanks for talking with us. So we've got an artist actually in work right now. Your name?
Jason.
Jason, where are you from?
I'm from Northwest Indiana.
Okay. What brought you to Jackson?
The landscape, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. And you're a painter, and you're sitting here with this beautiful young lady, and you're painting her picture. It's what a great setup to be an ad art and be producing your art right at the same time.
Absolutely. It is.
Yeah. How long have you been painting?
Probably 10 years or so.
Okay. What got you started?
What got me started? I don't know. I've always drawn. I've always done art. So.
Great. Well, enjoy yourself and have fun.
Cool. Thanks.
Just wanna go. Yeah, back there on Vietnam, home, sweet home, Chicago. I can't hold us to this phone. Come on, baby, let's dance some more. I said, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Back there on Vietnam, home, sweet home, Chicago. Wait a minute, fellas. Hey, the blues are all right. 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 The blues are all right. Let's have some fun. I said, 1 is 2 and 2 and 2 is 4. Come on, baby, let's dance some more. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Back that on dirt now. Oh, sweet home Chicago. Come on, Dad, give us some fiddle now. On fire. Go on, David. Folks, how's Dave doing for you so far?
That was Dave Hollop just getting it on the fiddle there, man. That guy is incredible. Prudential Real Estate here on Main Street, Jackson. Carla Hayes. Good evening.
Good evening, Cam. How are you?
Good. Kind of a great event, you know. bring the wineries into the businesses. You're a realtor here on Main Street, and what a way to get people familiar with your office.
I know, I love it. I get a lot of people asking about the houses and the property, and then when you have the music playing and the local art, and I've already took a trip around and tasted all the local wine, and it's yummy. And I'm not a wine drinker.
It's a tough night of work tonight, I take it.
I love them events on Main Street, though.
Prices, properties still
actually creeping up a little bit. So that's good. We're running out of inventory in a certain price range, like under 200,000. So things are creeping up. Always a good thing.
You can still buy something, and then down the road, you're it's gonna appreciate in value.
Yeah, exactly. And then people that are renting, why rent? Buy something.
Right. Absolutely. So here tonight, you have Wine Tree Farm, correct? And we're gonna. Tell you what, we're going to try some of their wine.
Right. I've been hearing good reviews.
Good reviews? Okay, good to see you.
Good to see you, Cam.
Wine Tree Farm here pouring inside Carla Hayes' real estate office. Your name?
My name's Nick Moore.
Okay. And are you related to Corinne?
Yes. Corinne's my mother. Okay. I'm the son. I do all the grunt work and all that. So.
And you're here pouring some, do you have any red wine we can take?
Yeah, we have all Rhone varietals. So we have Grenache, Mourvedre, and Syrah, and then we also have a couple different blends of those three.
Can you tell me what you said, Rhone?
Rhone varietals, from the Rhone region of France.
Okay, gotcha. I know a little bit about wine. I know how to drink it.
It's R-H-O-N-E.
Right,
Rhone.
some of the terms I'm learning as we go. So yeah, I'd love to start me off.
What do you fancy? Do you want a heavy wine, a light wine?
Well, I'm more into the heavy reds.
Okay, so we'll give you a Syrah. That's one of our heaviest.
Okay. I'm learning here. I'm supposed to do a little twisty twist with it. I'm kind of getting that down there, I think, and then
that'll stir up the aroma.
Right, get the whole. And they said that's because your sense of smell is stronger than your smell of taste.
Stronger than your taste buds. So therefore, if you look at a blind person, they're very, very good at smelling. So you want to be able to smell and give your nose that flavor, and it should work out for the whole taste.
I'm gonna try the Corinne Syrah here. Wow, very smooth. You're a smaller operation, correct?
Yes, we are smaller. We only have about 6 acres planted. So.
How many cases do you produce a year?
About 300. About.
And that's would be considered a smaller winery?
Yes.
Yeah. And is it we've been talking with some of the smaller winery owners, and it's the care and the quality control that you can put into the operation when you're not a giant factory?
You can spend a lot more time, going over exactly what you need. What we do is we do sustainable, so we only use what we need last resort. We need it, we use it. If we don't need it, we don't use it. So we have a bug problem, we wait till it's there, before we use any unnecessary fertilizers or pesticides.
And I think that comes through in the flavor of this wine, and it's very remarkable. Thanks for talking with us.
No problem, thank you.
Bart Gilman here on Main Street. How you doing, Bart?
Oh, good, Cam. How you guys doing tonight?
Good to see you. This is Jazzin up in Jackson. It goes till 9 o'clock. This will air tomorrow, but actually tonight you've got Freeze Out playing.
Freeze Out's playing in BG's tonight. Good local band. I see Dominic down here on Main Street. I see Becca and Curtis walking around, so they're checking out the bands locally. This is fun. This is cool. This is neat down here.
Great weather.
Yeah.
Live entertainment, BG Lounge. You start on Thursdays?
Sometimes Thursday we have like an acoustic show. Next Friday we got DJ Gavin coming in, and there's a big party because one of our bartenders moving away. So Kylie's moving away, so we got
too bad.
It's gonna be a big night. I know, too bad. We're all gonna miss Kylie. And then Saturday, gosh, I have to look at the website. I forget who we got coming in.
So let's tell the viewers your website if they want to check and see what entertainment is coming. You have it scheduled on there.
Yeah, bgjackson.com.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
There are a lot of local bands showing up there, and it's I come to see Scott Berry in there. I really enjoy.
Oh, that's just playing the 30th. Scott's got his new band, the Bad Habits.
Oh, Bad Habits.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
He's in a couple bands now, so he's cool.
Right. We'll see it on there for that one for sure.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
all right, guys.
We kind of expected that as the night went on, that the fun level would raise severely, and we think we found it. I found my mother and her friends here.
And we have the most fun.
Okay, wow, look at this. And we've got Tony Lindy.
Tony Lindy.
Debbie Robinson.
Yes.
And a couple ladies here. I'll need to get the name.
Campbell.
Diana Campbell. Yes.
Vicky Nydra.
Okay. Ladies having fun tonight?
Oh, no.
Tell me,
Oh, God, here comes the car.
Okay, we better. Right. Now we're going to get in trouble by the cops, so let's just.
Okay, everybody move.
He's telling us to move in. We got it. We got it, Kurt Campbell. Yeah, we're.
I know them. I think we've got us in trouble.
Leave it to me. I'll get the cops involved. Right.
They're not smiling.
They're not smiling.
We don't care. We don't
Debbie
care.
Robinson, we'll quote her. She does not care.
I don't care.
Especially tonight. Right.
I'm walking.
You're walking.
I
So
will.
where's the after party?
Oh. Where are you going? Where are you going to be?
Well, I don't know where I'm going to be, but I hear that Freeze Out is playing at the BG Lounge.
We will be there. Absolutely, at BG.
You got to be careful when you say the name of that place, just to make sure you don't.
BG's?
Right, because you don't want to insinuate anything else that might be going on.
A-B-C-D-E-F-G. My dog's name is
BG. After Barry Gibb?
No, Big Girl.
Big Girl. I was a big fan of the Bee Gees. I was like 4 years old, and they were like, "How deep is your love?" kind of thing.
And you were 4 and you remember that.
And I didn't quite get the lyrics then, but today I kind of put together "How deep is your love?"
And it finally clicked. How deep is your love?
How deep is your love?
Is this going on film? Still have an old mic.
An old mic. It kind of reminds me of when you were over there by that cone.
Taking it home. Taking it home.
Oh, she's taking it home. No batteries required.
We know that.
No, we're going to be having a great time. Jazzing it up in Jackson, Main Street, Jackson. I hope you're enjoying the show.
How are you?
Good. A little bit of, not a wine drinker, maybe, just a little bit of brew.
1554, this is good stuff. I can't pass that up.
What is 1554? I've heard of that.
Fat Tire, that other dark stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? I'm not a beer drinker. Maybe you can tell me the difference between a light-colored beer and a dark-colored beer.
Darker is just a little bit, it's a little bit stronger, I think. I don't know
how I like my wine.
Yeah. So we're gearing up for the National. I know you were asking me a little bit. Yeah. So we're getting close.
Yeah.
I think about August we'll be open.
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
I know a lot of people are asking, even tonight here on the street. That's like what people want to know is when the National's going to open.
Oh yeah. We're going to have restaurant, steakhouse down below, bakery, deli upstairs. Looks like. We're starting to get the hiring process going on now already. Yeah.
How many? Do you know how many employees you're going to need there?
I'm thinking about 40 or so, 45. Yeah.
It's going to be it's really going to anchor Jackson.
Oh yeah,
everybody's really, really, really just happy about it.
It's beautiful. Stanley's doing a good job at it, and I think we're getting close and opening it. So. Yeah.
So I've missed you the last couple of times. I'm at Tommy's. I'm the black and blue quesadilla is what I'm
with the Carly wine.
Exactly.
With fresh rice.
Carly wine, especially when Frank's poured.
Yeah. I'll have a glass.
Right, I'll have a glass in a second.
Then about a bottle comes out. Yeah.
Frank, good to see you, bud.
Hey, good to see you, buddy.
I think we've come to the end of our TSPN show with Amador This Week's Out and About. The Jazzing It Up in Jackson. It's been a good time. It's time to close for now. Thanks for watching TSPN. Now it's time for the after party.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. Amador This Week's Out and About has been proudly brought to you by Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort. And by Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2.